You had some shoes to fill when you came to Cincinnati, just in the fact that here was Brandon Phillips for a long time. You saw him across the field as a Brewer. Talk about what it was like when you had to make that adjustment.
Well, coming over with the Reds, obviously, Jose Peraza was kind of in line for the job at the time as a second baseman. But playing against Brandon, seeing what he did consistently on an everyday basis was impressive. And there's certain areas of his game that I really respected, and I really wanted to kind of make him into mine, make him into my game, and ultimately maybe just get better. And that was kind of on my mind from day one. Once I got drafted, was just get better every season, every day. And eventually it worked out. I got my way in the starting lineup, and I'm not going to give up that starting job anymore. I did it once with the Brewers over there, and it's not a good feeling. So I don't plan on giving it back.
You developed power. I mean, you had some power when you were with the Brewers, but suddenly you just exploded when you became a Red. Mm-hmm. Being back home, did that have anything to do with it?
No, and it's not. I mean, I've only hit a couple balls that barely went out, too. It's not really the stadium either. I think really it's learning more about yourself and knowing what works, knowing what doesn't work. And like I said, continuing to get better, and that's areas that you can get better in is your approach and, the effort that you're putting into things. And really for me, it was less is more. I was always I want to try to do so good so I can play tomorrow rather than, you know what, I'm going to just do what I can. I'm going to take a nice short swing. I'm going to try to swing at good pitches, and it equates to more power somehow, when you're trying to do less. So I got a big taste of that in 2016 before I came over, and I think I hit 14, 15 home runs, and I'm like, towards the back half of the season, I'm like, okay, this is it. Like, this is what works, so let's just do this next year, and I did, and things worked out, and I'm like, well, all I got to do is just keep doing the same thing, and last year I did that, and it worked out pretty good.
Then you had the unbelievable night, hitting 4 straight, and you had the chance to extend that a little bit, too. How much do you reflect back on that night?
From time to time, I'll think about it. It's crazy. It was a crazy night. It's one of those nights that everybody there, everybody watching, everybody in the game is probably never going to forget, because it's just something that really shouldn't happen for a guy like me. A little guy hitting 4 straight home runs against a good team is just unheard of. I was kind of happy that J.D. Martinez ended up doing it later in the season. Kind of took some of the attention off of me, but no, I'm just extremely blessed and grateful to even have the opportunity to do something like that, let alone actually do it.
Does your phone blow up after something like that happens?
Oh yeah. I had over like 200 something text messages, and I answered everyone that I knew. There's a lot that came out of the woodwork that I didn't text back, but yeah, it comes with a gig.
Final question for you, Marty Brennaman. You, of course, growing up in the area, you had a chance to hear Marty all the time, mm-hmm. and then you get a chance to meet him as a major leaguer. Talk about what he means to Reds baseball and what the future might be like without him.
Well, like you said, I mean, I grew up listening to him in my parents' car, and like meeting him and hearing him talk is like, kind of a little weird. It's a little deja vu for me. And he's a great guy. He actually lives where I live in the off season in Sarasota, Florida. But yeah, I think he's gonna be missed. I think whoever comes in next is gonna have some, shoes to fill in a sense. I actually said something like that earlier, and they're only a size 6 shoe, but but they're big, But yeah, he's gonna be missed and missed, never forgotten. I'm sure he'll be back. He'll be doing stuff in the community. I know I'll be able to see him. So selfishly, I mean, I'm not too sad, but yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. And just wow, what a career! What a career! At some point, you gotta pull the plug and enjoy your life. And I think he's ready to do that.